Uh-oh. It's 9 p.m. on May the 14th, and you're on YouTube searching how to file your Texas franchise tax report. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get this done before midnight. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fill out and file your Texas franchise tax. We're going to walk through each step of the form so that you can avoid the $50 penalty and, most importantly, avoid forfeiting your entity's status for the next year. Quick side note, if you're an existing client of mine and you've been sent this video by an email instead of stumbling upon it, frantically searching YouTube the night before the filing is due, this is your reminder. I'm going to walk you through how to file the franchise tax. That being said, if you want us to take it off your plate, we'll be happy to, but I promise you it's really easy. And if you need help, you can always reach out. Now let's start with a misconception here. Most people think that no tax due means I don't have to file anything, and that's not the case. Even if you have no tax due, you still have to file, and if you don't, two bad things can happen. One, you can be required to pay a $50 penalty, which is not the end of the world, but nobody likes paying $50 for nothing. Two, if it goes too long, you can actually forfeit your right to do business in the state, which means that you're personally liable and that whole reason that you formed an LLC in the first place is gone. So let's not mess this up. I'm going to walk you through it. We're going to fill out the form together. I'm going to roll the intro, and then after that, we're going to cut right into the form. So as promised, right into it. We're going to search for Texas franchise tax form. We're going to hit that into Google, and the top view should be Texas Comptroller site. So I want you to look at this web address and make sure that that is a comptroller.texas.gov address. You don't want it to be one of these guys. We're going to charge you a whole bunch of money to file the same form that you can file yourself for free because you're watching this video. So we're going to click this, and we're going to go to Texas franchise tax forms, and we'll pretend like we're filling out 2025 because it's basically going to be the same thing. Texas franchise tax reports for 2025 and prior years. If you've been really bad and you haven't filed a franchise tax report since 2008, you can click each one of these and rewatch my video 20 times and file each one of those forms. If you just need to file one form, report forms and information. Now, the first thing I want you to do, and we're not going to do this on this video, but I want you to click this where it has the information, and I want you to read through this information. I'm not going to do it here, but I want you to do that on your own time. Then we're going to go down here, and if you owe money, meaning if you are above the income threshold, you're going to click this one that says long form. We're not going to do that right now. Maybe I'll do it in another video. We're going to go public information report ownership form. We're going to do 5102 public information report. We're going to click that one. So this is your taxpayer number, and that's going to be on your Secretary of State form. I don't know what yours is, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1. And that's going to be our taxpayer number. But you will fill in your taxpayer number there. Yeah, okay, invalid. Well, whatever. Then taxpayer name, we're going to do Ryan's Co. LLC. This is where you type the legal name of your entity. If you have changed your mailing address since the last one of these that you filed, you're going to click that. This is not your registered agent. This is your business address. You're going to do 123 Main Street. City, San Antonio. Shout out to my Spurs, doing really well. State, Texas, and zip code 7777. Okay, whatever that is. Your comptroller file number, again, that's going to be on your documents from the state. If you go look up what you have received in the mail from them when you did your incorporation, but we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this principal office and principal place of business, if this hasn't changed since the last filing, you're just going to click this little circle and you can skip it. Now, this is where Texas becomes a little bit less anonymous than some other states. And I'm going to put in the corner here, I'm going to try to put in the corner here a link to my video on staying anonymous. But for purposes of this, we do have to fill out who some of the control people are. So if this is a single member entity, we're going to put Ryan, and I should probably put a space in that. Ryan Reiffert, title, Grand Poobah, or whatever your title is. Company president, CEO, whatever it is. Director, if you are a director of a corporation, you click director. If you are not a director of a corporation, then just leave that. And then you put your term, and your term expiration will say, I'm a director. Yes. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm a director and my term ends the 7th day of July, 2027. Cool. And my mailing address is the building next door, 456 Main Street, San Antonio. Go Spurs, go. Texas, 77777. I have no idea where that is. If there is another control person, if there's another member of your LLC, if there is another director, you put who the other director is here. Person, McPerson, face. Title, Vice Poobah, whatever their title is. And they're also a director, and their term ends this year. My term is longer because I want it to be. And they don't live at the same house that I do. They live at 987, Avenue Street, City, El Paso. All right, and all those you would actually obviously fill in the correct address information. Okay, this is the part that trips a lot of people up, so this is where I want you to pay a little bit more attention. For each corporation, LLC, LP, PA, or financial institution in which the entity owns an interest of 10% or more. What does that mean? That means if this entity, Ryan's Co. LLC, the taxpayer that is filing, the entity that is filing, if this owns 10% or more of another entity, and essentially what they're getting at here is holding company structures. If I have a holding company that owns an operating company, they want me to put the operating company there. Back to that video that I shared a little while ago about privacy. There are various other places, Delaware, Nevada, they don't require you to do this at all. But Texas wants to know. Texas wants to see you in your underwear. Name of subsidiary corporation, Subsidco Inc. State of formation. Let's be rebels. Let's put it's New Mexico. Texas SOS file number. Let's say that's a New Mexico company and it doesn't have a Texas file number. We're going to put NA. If it does have a Texas file number, obviously we would put, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. Percentage of ownership. Now, if Ryan's Co. LLC only owns half of Subsidco, then I put 50 here. If it owns 100% of Subsidco, then I put 100% here. And if I put, for example, let's say I own 8% of Subsidco, then what? Do I put 8 here? No. Extra credit for the people in the front. I delete all of this because in which an entity owns an interest of 10% or more. If you don't own 10% or more, if you own 1 share of Microsoft, you do not have to put that here. So you put those two. If there's more, you attach other pages. Then here's the reverse of what we just filled out. Information for each corporation, LLC, LP, PA, or financial institution, if any, that owns an interest of 10% or more in the entity. So if we were filling out this for Subsidco, then we would put Ryan Co. here. But let's say Ryan's Co. is owned by Ryan Holdco LP. And that state of formation is Delaware. And it doesn't have a Texas file number. Or you know what? No, it does. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then percentage ownership is 100. And what that 100 is that Ryan Holdco LP owns 100% of Ryan's Co. LLC. It's a little bit easy to get tripped up on this stuff. B is the entities that the filer, and this is the filer right here, B is the entities that the filer owns, and C is the entities that own the filer. And that's, again, 10% or more. Now, this is where you put your registered agent currently on file, and we'll say it's me. I decided to be my own registered agent. I don't care about privacy, but at least I was smart a little bit and put my office address instead of my home address. Type in your title, Grand Poobah. Date it, put your phone number, print it out, sign it, and send that bad boy on into the Texas Comptroller. So this is how you fill out your Texas franchise tax report. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll catch y'all next time. Take care.